look this time. She knew what she was up to. Welcome to CSL, everybody. We're so happy to have you here on this beautiful day. It's kind of fall-y and still kind of summery, and it's beautiful, right?
Yes.
So, thank you, of course, to Marilyn for our music this morning. So nice to come in and have music already piping out. Yes. So, a couple of things you need to know. This month has 5 Sundays. So on Sunday, September 9th, Prosperity Sunday will happen with our Exceptional Income Program. There's little green cards in the back of the chairs if you'd like to know more information about that. 29th.
Oh, 29.
What did I say? 29th.
It
It wasn't her. I know. Those are numbers, though. I like words better. We'll also have our 5th Sunday Spiritual Cinema on September 29th. This Wednesday night service, of course, at 7 o'clock is Drumming Circle. Very exciting, yes. Our drummers in the room. Even better, though, this Friday, is our street dance with Wave 11. Yes. We are still accepting money to help underwrite the band. There's a jar there on the handout table. And of course, there's still time if you'd like to help us set up or take down or clean up or just come. If you'd like to bring a salad or dessert, all the sign-up sheets are on the table there. Very exciting. Very exciting. I know, I can't wait. I'm gonna put my dancing shoes on. Of course, our yard sale is also coming up October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. The sign-up sheet will be there next week for volunteers. It's a very good fundraiser for us. Yes. Yard sales. We have great yard sales. So be a part of the fun. We also have 2 new classes coming up: Basic Principles of Science of Mind, fall class. It's 8 weeks long, starting October 3rd, going through the 21st of November. The sign-up sheet is there if you're interested in taking the class. We need 5 people minimum to make sure to hold the class. So even if you're unsure, at least start thinking about it and sign up here soon. We also have New Member Sunday on September 29th. What a busy day. There's a lot of things. So we're going to have a CSL 101 meeting on September 22nd. The information again is on the sign-up sheet on the table there. I think that's all. So exciting, look at that. All right. Yeah, I love all this good stuff. So, we'll take a moment to speak our purpose statements. We'll take a deep breath. Centering ourselves as an intentional spiritual community. The purpose of CSL is to be a living environment for individuals to realize that we are all unique emanations of God, the love intelligence governing the universe. We embody the truth of our oneness with God, and we consciously practice this truth in our everyday life. Through the exploration of new thought, ageless wisdom, and the energy of unconditioned love, we are dedicated to individual transformation and to being a beneficial presence in the world.
And the praise
Please join with me in this stillness as we consciously deep and feel that essence of our very being, that place where our life lives as us, connected to the one life that is perfect, whole, and complete, the one life that is everything past, present, and future, the substance of all creation, that life that expresses in love, in peace, in harmony, in beauty, and recognizing that this is the only life there is. I know that this life moves in and through and as me. And as this is true for me, this is true for everyone present and all things. That this one life moves in great diversity through, as, in, and around everyone. And as I raise my consciousness to totally merge with my knowing of this truth, I declare and affirm that this life of divinity is my life. And I affirm that our word is an expression of this one perfect life, that we use this word that we speak as an intentional expression of our deepest inner truth. I affirm that we speak our word for the benefit of all, that coming from our deepest, truest self, that we are guided and directed to speak those words of kindness, of compassion, of truth in all areas of our life, enhancing our relationships, manifesting our desires, making a world that is full of the best there is for life to offer. And I give thanks that each of us, knowing our truth, speaks directly from integrity, from joy, from positivity, that we are expressions, and we express the highest and the best of our truth and our deepest faith. And I affirm that each prayer request is already whole, perfect, and complete in the mind of God. That the healing aspects of the truth is moving in and around each situation, guiding, uplifting, healing, and directing each situation into right action, into right thought, into that knowing of that deepest, perfect truth. The wholeness of life is revealed in mind, body, and spirit, and trust and confidence in life is restored, activated, and moved into action, and a grand healing is revealed. I know this service is blessed, for we are each the wholeness of spirit. We are blessed through the music, through the message. We are blessed through the volunteers that add their love to make everything flow smoothly. This is a conglomerate of the diversity of spirit coming together in the wholeness for the goodness of all. And so I am so grateful for this truth, knowing that our words have power, that our words are the expression of truth in the world. And I just give thanks, for this is the activity of our life. As I release these words into the law, knowing it is already so, it is already actively working as we join together and declare, and so it is.
Holy Spirit, help me to move into
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a beautiful day, and I noticed as I drove here that Delta is definitely a week or so ahead of Grand Junction and looking like fall. So if there is some reason that you have something heavy on your mind today, some worries, distress, or just needing a little boost in something you have going on, please leave your hopes, your concerns in the prayer chest, and the practitioner will be doing affirmative prayer on your behalf this week. From Ludwig Wittgenstein, the limits of my language mean the limits of my world. And from Ernest Holmes, our words should be the outcome of a deep inner conviction that goes beyond words, but which at the same time gives birth to them.
It's my turn, right? I'm getting used to this. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Let's see. Where the heck are we here? Thank you, Ellen, so much for your beautiful music and your beautiful voice sharing with us. So, yes, just just makes a difference. It's really fun to sing next to her, so thank you. Okay, playtime is over. I know, right? So this month we're getting serious. You ready to get serious? All right. No. All right, we can still play. We'll play like we're getting serious. How about that? So September, the focus for September, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. This book was written in 1997. Can you believe it? The year Zoe was born. What is she, like 20?
27.
Thank you. She's 27. That's a mathematical mind, right? A Toltec wisdom book, a practical guide to personal freedom. Man, I want a practical guide to personal freedom. Anybody else? Has anybody not read this book? One person. So, does anybody know everything about this book? Not one person. Because it can be so easy, can't it? Oh, the Four Agreements, yeah. I've read it a million times, I've gone over it, I know all the agreements, I can say them all perfectly, right? So, but what I find is I come back to the Four Agreements again and again and again, because it is such a, I want to say simple, that doesn't mean it's easy, okay? But it's such a simple philosophy to, what did I say here? To guide me to personal freedom, okay? The Four Agreements teaches, I'm not going to go deeply into all of it, of course, because we only have a little bit of time on each week of the month. But the Four Agreements teaches us that we all have agreements with each other as to how life is. Okay? We're born into a world of agreements. Would you agree? Agreements that we never really challenge, even if they are hurting us or causing us suffering. We just don't challenge them, or most of us. Like the agreement of disease in our body. That's just a given, right? We all have an agreement that our body can be diseased. We have an agreement of poverty. We have an agreement of duality, right? That there's an opposite to everything, right and wrong, good and bad, positive and negative. We agree upon those things, and that's what we based our world upon, right? So that we can make sense of it in our humanness. And another thing we agree on is time, right? That there is a linear time for things, so we can be on time for meetings. It makes sense, right, to do all this. And this is the way that the majority of people in the world live their lives, in that collective agreement, our collective consciousness. So each one of us has an individual consciousness. Some people call that our soul. And our individual consciousnesses make up the collective consciousness, which we are all a part of as well. And we are affecting that, and we are being affected by that, okay? Don't have to be, but we are mostly. In our teaching here at CSL, we practice the teaching of oneness. And we're becoming aware of the oneness of all life. All life is in the one mind, that's capitalized, one mind, which we call God, or people call it the universe, the divine, whatever name you call it, everybody's talking about the same thing. Oneness is pure essence, pure light, and pure love. You know, those near-death experiences where they, find themselves just in light, pure, unconditioned love. You hear that over and over again. And there can never be anything opposing the one, or it wouldn't be one, right? That just makes sense when you think about it. it wouldn't, if there was something opposing it, it wouldn't be sustainable and eternal. But this one is unchanging. It's eternal. It's infinite in its nature. And everything that is maintained and sustained in this one infinite energy of intelligence. That means you. Isn't that good news? Man, church is over. Just kidding. Yeah, let's play. According to Toltec wisdom, okay, which is what he writes about in here, humanity is dreaming together. We have agreements in this dream. Most of them are unconscious agreements. And these agreements make up our experiences in our lives. And if we want to change our lives, mostly we want to change our lives for the better, right? Then we need to consciously choose healthier agreements with ourselves first, and which will then spill over into our agreements with others. And that's how we can change our collective agreements, one individual soul at a time. And if you look through evolution, we have been doing that, have we not? Been changing our agreements. Many things have changed in the collective of the beliefs that we hold from way back. We don't do a lot of the things, well, we don't just, there's a lot of things we don't do anymore, which, thank God. This book asks us how we are contributing to this collective dream that we call the world. So just think about that for a little bit. How am I contributing to this collective dream? How is my individual consciousness, which is all of the things that I believe, I feel, I speak, I think, that consciousness, how is my consciousness affecting the collective? Am I contributing? Okay? It guides us to a path of higher agreements that are in alignment with the divine energy of love. And when we are in alignment with that divine energy of love, it will provide that authentic power from the source, our source. It will provide the means and way to shine light and love into our own lives, and then create agreements collectively, creating a world of love, peace, and joy for all. Wouldn't that be awesome? So that sounds like a really big promise, right? Right?
Yes.
It is a big promise. And Jesus made some big promises himself, did he not? I have come so you might have life more abundant. I actually think he said, I am come. Okay, so we're not going to talk about the I am, but that is I am that I am presence, that is the I of everyone. That higher self of you has come into your awareness and your consciousness so that you can have life more abundant. At least I think that's what Jesus meant. That's my story of Jesus. He says, you too shall do these works and even greater. Even greater. Don Miguel Ruiz says, based on ancient Toltec wisdom, the 4 agreements offer a powerful code of conduct that can rapidly transform our lives to a new experience of freedom, true happiness, and love. I did something weird on this paper. I'm like, what? It's not making any sense, so I'm going to skip that part right there. So, 4 agreements. I have no idea what I was trying to say. The first agreement is be impeccable with your word. And so today we are going to talk about the first agreement, and then we will follow talking about all the agreements. The 5th Sunday is Prosperity Sunday. So we will have exceptional income on that 5th Sunday and a prosperity talk, and you saw quite a few other things going on that Sunday as well. But today, be impeccable with your word. So first I wanted to find out what the definition of impeccable is. Okay. Flawless. Not capable of sinning, which to me means missing the mark or even making a mistake. So, not capable of missing the mark, not capable of making a mistake. Speak words of truth, honesty, integrity. Words that build up and not tear down. Speak words and even think ideas of alignment with God's presence, that ultimate truth. These are words not capable of harming. Okay? So an impeccable word, we're talking about a high vibration, a high energy of words that don't harm. They're not capable of harming. They're in alignment with God. They're in alignment with divine love. Everybody get that? Impeccable? I'm going to read a little bit out of his book, since that's what we're studying. It's coming from his words, very potent here. So, if you adopt these 4 new agreements, they will create enough personal power for you to change the entire system of your old agreements. You need a very strong will in order to adopt the 4 agreements, but you can begin to live your life with these agreements. But if you can begin to live your life with these agreements, the transformation in your life will be amazing. You will see the drama of hell disappear right before your eyes. Instead of living in a dream of hell, you will be creating a new dream, your personal dream of heaven. The first agreement is to be impeccable with your word. It sounds very simple, but it is very, very powerful. Why your word? Your word is the power that you have to create. Your word is the gift that comes directly from God. Through the word, you express your creative power. It is through the word that you manifest everything. Regardless of what language you speak, your intent manifests through the word. What you dream, what you feel, and what you really are will all be manifested through the word. The word is not just a sound or a written symbol. The word is a force. It is the power you have to express and communicate, to think, and thereby to create the events in your life. You can speak. What other animal on the planet can speak? The word is the most powerful tool you have as a human. It is the tool of magic. But like a sword with 2 edges, your word can create the most beautiful dream, or your word can destroy everything around you. One edge is the misuse of the word, which creates a living hell. The other edge is the impeccability of the word, which will only create beauty, love, and heaven on earth. Depending upon how it is used, the word can set you free, or it can enslave you even more than you know. All the magic you possess is based on your word. Your word is pure magic, and the misuse of your word is black magic. The human mind is like a fertile ground when seeds are continually planted. Where seeds are continually planted. The seeds are opinions, ideas, and concepts. You plant a seed, a thought, and it grows. The word is like a seed, and the human mind is so fertile. The only problem is that too often it is fertile for the seeds of fear. Every human mind is fertile, but only for those kinds of seeds that it is prepared for. What is important is to see which kind of seeds our mind is fertile for and to prepare it to receive the seeds of love. Every human is a magician, and we can either put a spell on someone with our word, or we can release someone from a spell. We cast spells all the time with our opinions. Someone gives an opinion and says, "Look, this girl is ugly." The girl listens, believes she is ugly, and grows up with the idea that she is ugly. It doesn't matter how beautiful she is, as long as she has that agreement, she will believe that she is ugly. That is the spell that she is under. So, I told you before, and I think you've heard from other speakers and such, that you pick a message or you pick a theme or a focus, and I'll be darned if things don't come into your life for you to practice that. It happens every time, which is beautiful, because then you get a firsthand experience of actually practicing and not just speaking what this is. And so I have a story to tell you about some poison being spread. So he talks about misusing the word as black magic as spreading poison. Okay? How many people are familiar with Facebook? Right? And boy, when social media came in for our use to everyone, that really sums up being able to create a dream or to create hell, doesn't it? Heaven or hell with your words, because we specifically use words on social media's Facebook posts. So I personally am not on Facebook. And I used to be, and it just was too much for me. It was just too much anxiety and overwhelmment, and I had to not do that. And it's been years. But my daughters are still on Facebook. And so when there's something on Facebook that happens that they think I should be aware of, they screenshot it and send, thought you might want to know this. And so that happened. And it was in the evening, and I got this, and I was like, that's weird. And so here's the thing. Don't ask me what this is about later, because I'm not going to spread the poison. I am not going to tell you what this is about later. This is just something that came across Facebook that kind of rocked my boat a little, and I was surprised. And I had to decide whether to eat the poison or not, right? It was a little bit personal. And so next week is don't take anything personal. So I get to keep practicing. So anyway, this post came on, and I was like, wow, okay. Well, my daughter Zoe also saw the post. My daughter Zoe ate the poison, okay? She went to bed that night and did not sleep. And so she ate the poison. I did not, I'm happy to say. We'll get back to that, okay? Being impeccable with your word is not using the word against yourself. If I see you in the street and I call you stupid, it appears that I am using the word against you. But really, I'm using the word against myself, because you're going to hate me for that, and your hating me is not good for me, or it's not good for the whole collective, is it? Therefore, if I get angry and with my words send all that emotional poison to you, then I'm using the word against myself. If I love myself, I will express that love in my interactions with you, and then I am being impeccable with the word, because that action will produce a like reaction, and then love is inserted into that collective consciousness. Being impeccable with your word is the correct use of your energy. It means to use your energy in the direction of truth and love for yourself. If you make an agreement with yourself to be impeccable with your word, just with that intention, the truth will manifest through you and clean all the emotional poison that exists within you. I like that. But making this agreement is difficult because we have learned to do precisely the opposite. We have learned to lie as a habit of our communication with others, and more importantly, with ourselves. Misuse of the word is how we pull each other down and keep each other in a state of fear and doubt. Because the word is the magic that humans possess and misuse of the word is black magic, we are using black magic all the time without knowing that our word is even magic at all. The truth is the most important part of being impeccable with your word. On one side of the sword are the lies which create black magic, and on the other side of the sword is the truth, which has the power to break the spell of black magic. Only the truth will set us free. Looking at everyday human interactions, imagine how many times we cast spells on each other with our word. Over time, this interaction has become the worst form of black magic, and we call it gossip. Anybody familiar with gossip? Yeah, so easy, isn't it? Gossip is black magic at its very worst because it is pure poison. Gossiping has become the main form of communication in human society. It has become the way that we feel close to each other because it makes us feel better to see someone else feel as badly as we do. Using the analogy of the human mind as a computer, gossip can be compared to a computer virus. One little piece of misinformation can break down communication between people, causing every person it touches to become infected and contagious to others. Imagine that every single time others gossip to you, they insert a computer virus into your mind, causing you to think a little less clearly every time. Then, imagine that in an effort to clean up your own confusion and get some relief from the poison, you too gossip and spread these viruses to someone else. That ever happen? No. Happens way too often without even realizing that it is. It's like a way we feel close to each other and relate to each other. So let me go back to this post then. There was a little activity on there. My daughters kept me informed. And then there was someone else ate the poison. And it was the poison of gossip. And it was like, whoa, okay, so there's somebody who ate the poison and became infected and chose to use their words again to spread more poison. So we've got poison spread. You know how Facebook works, and this person's, what do you call them? Friend list, whatever. And then another person's whole friend list. And you know, Facebook is the world, right? It's worldwide. So then we have that going on. My poor little Zoe, okay? And, oh wow, it's time for you to come up already. And so Zoe was quite upset about all of this. I wasn't quite so. I was like, well, you know, whatever. But let me finish reading this, and then I'll tell you the end of that story. Consider how many times you have gossiped to gain the support of others for your point of view. How many times have you hooked other people's attention and spread poison in order to make your own opinion right? Your opinion is nothing but your point of view. It is not necessarily true. Your opinion comes from your beliefs, your own ego, and your dream. We create all this poison and spread it to others just so that we can feel right about our own point of view. If we adopt the first agreement and become impeccable with our word, any emotional poison will eventually be cleaned from our mind and from our communication in our personal relationships. Impeccability of the word will also give you immunity from anyone putting a negative spell on you. You will only receive a negative idea if your mind is fertile ground for that idea. When you become impeccable with your word, your mind is no longer fertile ground for words that come from black magic. Instead, it is fertile for the words that come from love. You can measure the impeccability of your word by your level of self-love. How much you love yourself and how you feel about yourself are directly proportionate to the quality and integrity of your word. When you are impeccable with your word, you feel good, you feel happy, and at peace. So let me just finish the story. That's exactly what Zoe needed. She lost a whole night's sleep over a Facebook post. Crazy. She needed to feel good, she needed to feel happy, and she needed to feel at peace. So she chose to use her words for like white magic. She chose to put a post on that thread. Thank you. She knows the language. That empowered her. Words that did not harm. And you know what happened? That whole post came down right after that. Right after that, the whole post came down. Boom. It was over. And it really wasn't very long. And I talked to Zoe a little bit after that. She goes, Mom, I just had to say something. And I have to say, she was so eloquent in her wording and so loving that it spread. What's the opposite of poison? Okay, there you go. So it took away the sting, and it caused somebody to maybe think in a different way. And not only that, she was also putting those words of empathy and love and compassion into the whole universe, was she not? She was changing the whole collective consciousness, which is what we have the power to do every time we use our word. I just have a little bit more here to finish. Use the word in the correct way. Use the word to share your love. Use white magic, beginning with yourself. Tell yourself how wonderful you are, how great you are. Let's do that now, okay? Tell yourself how wonderful you are, how great you are. I am wonderful. I'm so awesome. Tell yourself how much you love yourself. I love you. Use the word to break all those teeny tiny agreements that make you suffer. That's the end of the lesson. I'll come back in a minute, but David, I'd like to share a song with
you. There's a new earth on the horizon, made of light, not of stone, calling out to all creation, you are not alone. Lions and lambs, saints and sinners, best of friends, enemies, woman and man, losers and winners, they're all in you and me. We are one heart, looking for answers. We are one soul, finding our way through the dark. One dream we share together. We are all a part of one heart. Out in the cold, for answers. One soul finding our way in the dark. One dream we share together. We are all a part of one heart. Around the world tonight, oh, the fires are burning. Tears are falling from the sky. Still the world keeps turning. One heart looking for answers. One soul finding our way in the dark. One dream we share together. We are apart. One heart looking for answers. One soul finding our way through the dark. One dream we share together. We are all a part of one heart. Yes, we are all a part of one
Thank you, David Hawes. Beautiful. All right. Be impeccable with your word. Speak with integrity. Say only what you mean. Avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. So that's a lot of words, but how can we start to do this? And how can we start to spread our light into the world by using impeccable words? Well, there's a lot of things out there you can do, and I'm going to give you Canaan's rule. He's my 3-year-old grandson. He told me this one time. Grammy, just count to 3 and breathe. That's pretty good. I mean,
God, you are every mountain. God, you are every ocean. God, you are every canyon, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every morning. God, you are every midnight. God, you are every moment, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. God, you are every sunrise. God, you are every moon glow. God, you are every star shine, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every springtime. God, you are every snowfall. God, you are every season, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Cause you are the very breath I breathe, and your perfect love created me. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Everything I see,
Okay, as the ushers come forth, this is our intentional time for the spiritual practice of the law of circulation. So if you'll take your gift, your tithe in your hand, knowing that this is a symbol of the unlimited abundance that is available in the universe, as a symbol of that which I have received, I consciously, joyously release it into the law of circulation, knowing that it goes forth, enhancing my world, enhancing the world of others. And our affirmation,
I am unlimited. My whole life is fulfilling and abundant.
Oh, Shanti Om. Oh, Shanti Om. Oh, Shanti Om. Oh, Shanti Om. Peace to my brothers, peace to my sisters, peace to the world, and peace to my soul. Peace to my brothers, peace to my sisters, peace to the world, and peace to my soul. Oh, Shanti Om. Oh, Shanti Om. Oh, Shanti Om. Oh, Shanti Om. Peace to my brothers, peace to my sisters, peace to the world, and peace to my soul. Peace to my brothers, and peace to my sisters, peace to the world, and peace to my soul.
and these gifts are received as they go forth, blessing our church, our community, and a world that works for all. And so it is.
With a grateful heart and a grateful mind, I offer this sacred prayer. Thank you.
How you feeling? Well, yeah. I'm gonna ask you again. How you feeling? You don't have to be feeling great. You can be feeling okay or crappy. It's really all okay. The bookstore is open, so if you'd like to take a meander, I do have some copies of the Four Agreement if you've given your copy away because you thought you knew it all. I'm really talking about myself. But anyway, there are some copies. Oh, I know. If you think someone else needs it, I do that too. Okay, let's see. Bookstore is open. Prayer requests down the stairs to the left. There's a prayer box. There's prayer request forms. Please use the prayer box because we have Lou here just loves to pray and she loves to pray on your behalf. So fill out one of those prayer request forms if you have any kind of a challenge and you would love for her great energy and her white magic into the collective consciousness. And just let's show Lou some love. So thank you so much. Okay, I have a couple sign-up sheets over here. I have lots of sign-up sheets over there, okay? One, if you're interested in taking the class in the fall. I need to know if you're interested, if I should schedule that. It's usually like on a Thursday night. It's usually 8 weeks. I am seeing if I can maybe make that into 6 weeks rather than 8 weeks. No promises, but I'm going to see about that. What I need right now is to know if I need to be working on that, if people are interested in taking class in the fall. Also, there's a sign-up sheet if you are interested in becoming a member of CSL. And really what membership means, it's really for you. It's really a commitment with yourself. Membership in the center will allow you to vote on issues that we need a congregational or a membership vote on at annual meetings. Also, you do need to be a member if you are interested in ever becoming a core council member. You need to not only be a member, but you also need to take that class. So, Core Council annual meeting happens in the spring, so this is the date that you would need to take the class and become a member if you were interested in being a Core Council member in the spring, okay? Just so you know all that. We have the bucket over there if you would like to give some dollars to help us pay the band Wave 11. We love to have a good portion of that before we take an offering at the dance. So anybody willing to underwrite the band, the bucket is there for you. There's also sign-up sheets for helping out with the street dance. Who's coming to the street dance? Oh my gosh, it is so much fun. I just can't wait. And my son-in-law, Charles, he's the front man there for Wave 11. He inspired me. He inspired me to get some merch. Do you know what merch is? They call it merch. Yeah, it's real merchandise, if you don't know. And he's got all these kind of cool things, and so I thought CSL should have some merch. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right. How's this?
What's it?
It says CSL has a heart, a spiral center for spiritual life.
Nice.
And this is the impeccable with our word part. Inspired by Jesus, love your neighbor as yourself. So if you want to spread some white magic, we have some merch. I also have some stickers that say this. So we will have these for sale at the street dance, and we have our old shines. They're not old, but they're an old design of our shine shirt that says motivated by love, dedicated to peace. So we just love to put those positive vibes out. So there is that. Those will be available at the street dance. We have, oh, thank you. There's a candle. Good thing I can edit this. Jeez. There's a candle down there. All right, I better get off the stage. Did I put it out?
No, that's the problem.
Okay, here we go. I think I said everything I need to say. All right, we are going to claim our goods. So here we go. All new good for this month. No, it's not.
Let's do it anyway.
I'm going to say it. You're going to repeat it after me. Take that off, Jeff. Take that off.
Impeccable here.
We're impeccable. I am impeccable with my words. And speak only to spread love, kindness, and positivity. Only to spread love, kindness, and positivity. I release the need for approval or validation from others. I practice empathy to understand other people's perspectives. I let go of assumptions and embrace curiosity. And embrace curiosity, and so it is.
Everybody, get on your feet. See One big family.